Converting an improper fraction to a mixed number. Starting with a simple one, we have 3 halves. Remember that any fraction means numerator divided by denominator. So 3 halves is another way of saying 3 divided by 2. How many times does 2 go into 3? It won't go into 3 exactly, but it will go in once. And then how many halves do we have left over? So we've taken 2 away, there were 3, we have 1 half left. 5/3, that's the same as saying 5 divided by 3. How many times does 3 go into 5? It'll go in once, so 3 lots of 1/3 is a whole one. How many thirds are left? Well, we've taken away 3 from 5, so that leaves us with 2, 1 2/3. 10 quarters, what's that as a mixed number? How many times does 4 go into 10? Well, it'll go in twice to make 8, so our whole number will be 2. And how many quarters left out of 10 quarters? We have 8, we have 2 left. And we can simplify 2 2/4 to 2 1/2. 16/5. How many times does 5 go into 16? Well, it'll go in 3 times to make 15, so the whole number is 3. How many fifths left over out of 16/5? We've taken 15, so that leaves us with 1. 21/9 as a mixed number. How many times does 9 go into 21? Well, 2 lots of 9 is 18, so our whole number is 2. And how many ninths do we have left over out of 21/9? If we've taken 18 away, that leaves us with 3. 50/12. How many times does 12 go into 50? Well, 4 lots of 12 is 48, so our whole number is 4. And how many twelfths left over out of 50/12? We had 50, we took 48 away, so that leaves us with 2/12. And again, we can simplify that one to 4 1/6. This time we're converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. And we're looking for how many quarters there are in total in 2 3/4. The process for this is whole number multiplied by the denominator, then add the numerator. Whole number times denominator, 2 times 4, that's 8. And then we add on the numerator, which is 3. 8 add 3 is 11. So we have 11 quarters. Convert 7 6/8 to an improper fraction. Remember that we're looking for how many eighths there are. Whole number times by denominator plus the numerator. Whole number times denominator, that's 7 times 8, which is 56. Add on the numerator, which is 6, and that gives us 62. So there are a total of 62 eighths. If you want to pause the video and have a go at these before I give you the answers. The first one, we're changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. 11/4 written as a mixed number. How many times does 4 go into 11? It goes in twice to make 8. So how many quarters are there left? 8 away from 11 leaves you with 3, so that's 2 3/4. 29/7. How many times does 7 go into 29? 4 lots of 7 makes 28. How many sevenths are left? 28 away from 29 leaves you with 1. 53/9. How many times does 9 go into 53? Well, 5 times 9 is 45. How many ninths are left over? 45 taken away from 53 leaves you with 8. Now changing the mixed numbers to improper fractions. 2 5/6. What's that as an improper fraction? So we're asking how many sixths we have. Remember the formula for this. Whole number times by denominator, add numerator. 2 times by 6 is 12. Add 5, that's 17. we have 17/6. 6 3/4, how many quarters is that altogether? 6 times 4 is 24, add 3 is 27. And 12 6/9. 12 times 9 is 108, add 6 is 114. If you remember from the video showing you some of the rules of divisibility, you could work out that both these numbers can be divided by 3, because 4 add 1 is 6, which is a multiple of 3. If we divide both numbers by 3, we get 38/3.